when you had a moment, you feel like you are a driver in your life or not? How did you do it? If you share the story, right, you will help out me and everybody else. Somebody always want to hear your story. Your story will encourage you, right? Your story will help you someone, right? Hey, Masha, good morning. Thank you for coming. Okay, so if you have a story to share, 5 minutes or less, I am very, very happy to bring you guys over my life, my Instagram live. Okay, so before that, okay, why do I have that title, driver in your life? And are you the person? I was a person. I am still, yeah, that kind of person, but I'm getting better. I used to be a passenger in my own life. I used to let everybody drive my life. And what was happening is I wasn't quite happy because I used to let steer, right? Let drive my feelings. Yes, I'm talking about my feelings and happiness. I just like, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I keep saying that, but I had a bad habit and I used to let my emotion, used to let drive everybody else. Like, how do I say it in English? Like you just to like depends on everybody else's feeling. I just like, okay, today I am going to have a happy life. And then when I go somewhere or when I wake up and I see some other people's business, other people's problem, right? Open the phone, watch the TV, or talk to somebody else, whatever. I used to just like, oh, okay, I have a happy life today, yay. And then I see it and just like, oh. Or I see somebody else in a bad mood, and just like, oh. I used to let people drive my everyday own life, right? And then I find it's quite exhausted, right? And then I wanted to be mentally strong. Yes, but the reason I couldn't be a mentally strong was because I used to let people drive my feeling too, right? Like my day was depending on how other people's reaction, how other people's feeling, right? So I just like that's why it was so hard to be like what I want to be, like mentally strong, right? I'm sure like most everybody just want to feel this is my life. I want to do what I want to do. I want to be who I am. I want to live my life fully, happily. And then if I do that, right, the people around you, they are going to be very happy too. You know it. You know it. Well, like, if your mom or dad, if your spouse, or if your kids, when you see them, see them, right, they're happy, that makes you happy, right? That like, oh yeah, they're smiling today, my kid's in a good mood. That's good. Here you go, high five. Very good morning. But when when you see your kids or like partners, parents, and when they see the bad mood, it's hard for you to think like, okay, good morning, dad, high five, and you're just like, what's up? Just or kids like, what, mom? Like, are you crazy? And your emotions, you pull down immediately. Your emotions just like, right? Something like that too. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Good morning. Actually, my phone, I didn't know that there's so many people joining. Sorry. My phone was kind of like stopped doing it, right? It's kind of, there you go. Good morning, Toshi-chan. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Aman. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Hitoshi-san, good morning. Chio-chan, good morning. Sorry, I didn't see. Oh, hi, Warren. Good morning. Good morning. Well, today's a Friday. I was talking about how to be a driver in your own life, right? And then in English. So you can share your story, 5 minutes or less, how you become a driver in your own life. How you do that. Or how are you trying, right? So if I hear your story and you're not only helping me out, right? And then, but also you are helping the others. Share your stories. Your story will help somebody else, right? So, yeah, maybe before you can just request. You can request, how you became or how you are right now on the way to drive your own life, like mentally strong. Like that way, I know how to be, I know how to stay happy, right? And it's hard. I'm sure almost everybody think, I wish I could get up and I spend them all day long, stay happy, right? Of course, when you see something negative things, you feel like you're like, ooh, that's, like, oh, that's sad, or I'm upset. Yes, you are allowed to, because we all have emotions. You are allowed to feeling upset. You are allowed to feeling get mad. Yes, you are. But stay getting upset, right? Stay feeling bad. Stay in a negative emotion, all day long, all week long. Some people, it's unbelievable. Like just all year long or 10 years, right? Can you imagine? Those emotions are very heavy. And then the longer you keep holding them, those emotions, you know what? They start to get rotten. Those emotions going to rotten your brain and then affect your health. I think maybe that's why you wake up. I don't say, everybody's have a different health condition, right? I'm sure like we not ruin, we sometimes feel sick. Yes, I understand. Which just maybe something we had, or that's how bodies are, right? But sometimes like what you're holding for a long time make you very sick too, right? It's like, I know some people, they get sick, they get ache all the time, and they only talk about nothing but hard feelings. Nothing about, oh, so and so did, like 30 years ago, I'm still really upset, right? So and so did at the grocery store today, or like today or a week ago, I am still upset. You know what? It's time to let it go. It's time to drive in your own life. It's time to make a commitment to be mentally strong, right? So it's I am going to somebody else's steal somebody else's the worst too, right? Okay, I'm gonna read it. This is so good. This is from somebody else's book, right? Depending on others to regulate your feelings, when you give away your power, you become completely dependent on other people and external circumstances to regulate emotions. When things are going well, you feel good, right? When your circumstances change, your thoughts, feelings, and behavior will shift, right? How many of us, including me, right? How many times we do that, right? And then I know there's an English you say, oh, she makes me happy. She makes me angry, right? She makes me upset, or he makes me upset. We do that. But think about it. Who choose to make yourself upset, right? Maybe she doesn't care. Like it's just like, oh my gosh, she makes me upset. He made me upset. That's why, therefore, 5 years later, I am still upset. Who made a choice? And I don't think she remembered. Those things happens, right? Like, just so many years later, I would talk to my mom and dad. It happened to me too. I just like, Mom, you know, so like when I was like maybe 10 years ago, whatever you said, that still hurts. And my mom was like, did I say that? I said, yeah, Mom, you did. Sorry, I don't remember. You know what? They don't really care. They don't remember. Right? So you're the one. Make a decisions to keep that negative feeling, emotion, whatever you received. Right? So means you have a power to let it go. Means you can be a driver in your own life. Right? Once you have started hold steering wheels, you start driving. Makes you feel good. Yes, it's responsibility. It's scary. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Thank you so much. Just let you know, whoever's coming here, today is 5 minutes, share your story or not. And I am talking about driver in your own life. You determined to, or you already become driver in your own life? And is anything worth to be a driver in your life? Right? In your own life means mentally strong. Any challenge you try and it's working, if you have a story, I'm so happy to hear from you too. Yeah, it means like, I'm responsible, right? And you know what? If you can drive your own life, and then it's up to you. You can just, how do I say? You can be happy any moment. You don't have to wait for anybody else to make you happy. It doesn't cost to make you happy. That's a good thing, right? I'm so excited. I know how to make myself happy. I know how to get out of when somebody did something, I feel upset. And then I know when to get out of it. I no longer holding really, really long time. I'm no longer make it rotten inside my body, that feeling. Okay, so maybe I don't think anybody's willing to join. Yes, that's all right. I started a couple weeks ago. Sometimes it takes for a while to kick in, right? When we start doing live, like, sometimes IG live and usually nobody shows up or one people show up. And then keep doing that. Don't get discouraged. Like you have a message. I have a message too. I wanted to share like so many things, right? I wanted to help people's life lighter, right? I want to help you guys. That's why I'm doing it. That drives me like just kind of, emotions. And I wanted you feel emotionally lighter. I want to just show how. Because it's working for me and it's been working for some people, some of my clients. Why don't I share it? Hey, TG. Oh my gosh, you're early bird. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. So maybe like in a couple minutes, thank you for the heart, Angela. Thank you. Oh, that's good, Tosh-chan. Yes, I am upset. You remember that you must watch the movies, videos so many times. So this is what I did. Okay, I'm gonna share a story. Maybe you can do right away today or tomorrow. It doesn't cost much money at all. And you can do it right away. I'm a 1% courage coach. I'm a 1% to take action coach or something too, right? I know something, I am encouraging for you to take a 1% action. So you can build 1% a better life every day. Right? So you can be a driver in your life on the way, that's good feeling. So anyway, this is what I did when pandemic started, 2019 March. All of a sudden I have a time, right? And it's time for me, it's time for me to change my life. Yes, so many people affect their life, right? I always wanted to be a person, be a mentally strong. And I wanted to change me. I used to be a bad people pleaser. And then, right, be a bad people pleaser means energy drained. I couldn't say no to most of the people. right? So I used to say yes to so many things, and then like I just like, oh, I'm tired. I'm not happy. I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I used to say that, but hey, here you are, Tessa Marie. Here you are. Thank you for joining. So yeah, so I used to just, I want to be happy, but I used to let everybody else drive in my own life, right? So I just, when pandemic start, time to change. I have a time, right? There's no, I'm busy, I got no time to do anything I want. There's no more excuse. Hey, Taran, good morning. So anyway, so this is what I did. I've shared this story so many times. I'm sure you guys familiar of it too, right? So I went grocery shopping. There are, at the beginning of pandemic, there are lots of people be in a bad mood, right? Because they're scared. They worry, they don't know what's going on. And there's some people, they don't even never wear masks. But all of a sudden, like you used to be able to get in the store, no problem, right? But the March still cold in Canada. And then lots of people, we were forced to wait outside. It's so cold, right? And then we were forced to put some face mask, face covered. And some guys, and then like I see the guy had like a Christmas napkins. You know those dinner napkins, the Christmas ones? He put something on his face. I look at him like, nice mask. Merry Christmas. It was March. He looked at me like, I got nothing else. I don't have mask at home. Because he never have to wear mask, right, in his life. So I order Amazon. It's gonna take like 4 months. I don't know, but so I'm doing my best. I say, good for you. And then my friend's mother-in-law, okay, she doesn't like it was so funny. She used her bra, right? I am surprised she was still wearing bra, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, no. She used bra, right? She cut off the bra, she put the strings, she wore bra on her face because she didn't have mask. So she went to grocery store like that. I was just like, wow, that's quite a story. That's good. Anyway, that's what happens, right? So they're full of people. They don't know what's going on. It's scary story every night, every morning. Hey, good evening, Yamagin-san. Yeah, she wore bra. That's unbelievable. People did do anything, right? So anyway, so that way I just like, okay, this is a good place, because I used to change my mood depends on how people, circumstance, how they feel, right? I get tired of it. I just want to be myself. I wanted to just be mentally strong. So what I did was, okay, so I starting to smile with mask on, the people around me, unhappy people, worried people, because they don't know what's going on. I used to act because that's who I wanted to be, right? So I just stick who I want to be. Before I go to the store, it's in the car, I just like, okay, I put intentions, right? I put intentions. Okay, I decided to make myself happy. I decided to be mentally strong. I want to drive my own life, right? So I be a driver on my own life, on my driving seat. I was just like, this is the perfect way to think, I went to driver's seat, and it just makes me feel like kind of more imagine better, right? I be a driver in my own life. Yes, all right, okay. So I used to go to the grocery store. It took a courage, because there are some people, they're in a bad mood. It's easy for me to just say, oh wow, she was rude, and she got a lot of negative emotions. And then like, look at him, look at her. She's got like 20 toilet papers. She bring all the kids, right? Do you really need that? So it's easy to be in that mood. Hey, good morning, Christina. Thank you for coming. So I know Taran people really creative. I love that. Bra or mask, bra mask, right? Something. So I just like starting to act I put a set of intention. I stay happy because I want to be happy. So I put intentions. I used to go to go to the store, just make myself just I'm gonna be happy, stay happy. And then there is a guy at the grocery store. I always saw him being unhappy. Like before pandemic too, right? I used to see him just he's collecting cards, and the people are rude. But put cards everywhere, or sometimes in the parking lot, he's pushing a cart. Some people just drive by. He's just oh my gosh. So, anyway, I always saw him in a bad mood. So I just this is it. Day 5 or something. Hey, I'm gonna start big. So I am going to stay around happy, around him, right? So I just okay, all right. So I kept, every time I saw him, it took courage, because he was already obviously looking miserable, right? He was always angry how he was, all the reactions. He sometimes put the finger to some people, rude people too, right? So anyway, I just okay. I say start hi, smile and hi. And then a couple times, I'm sure he didn't hear it or he ignored it. I don't know, right? And then I just kept doing that every time I saw him. And then after that, he just starting to say hi back to me, right? And then gradually, he's starting to opening up. Gradually, I starting to be mentally strong, right? I start getting used to it. And then, we start autopilot, right? So I see him, I say hi, and we starting to having the conversations. I starting to just he's always working hard. He's such a hard worker, right? That's why he was so upset. The people at the grocery store, so rude, or without no respect. Just leave the cart everywhere, right? Or just driving in front of him. He's pushing it, he's working. Right? This is what I usually do. When I go grocery store, right? And then I do have a time, right? I don't act like I am a customer. I pay for it. I don't like to act like that. Anyway, when I see the people stalking and doing something, I try not to interrupt them. Or I say, excuse me, right? When the work, people working, right? They're serving for us. So I want to respect for them too, right? I want to respect their time, their work. If they're doing something and I don't go in front of them and grab potato chips and go, I always say, excuse me, can I just steal one bag of potato chips from you? I ask them, because you know what? I think that's more my way, polite way. And I feel good. And then they're just oh yeah, go ahead. And I do as quickly as I grab as quickly as I can. Because their time is so important. Well, maybe the potato chips guy, might have to go some other stores in 15 minutes or something, right? So I just always do quick at the same time, grocery shopping. I try not to look at this anymore. I always get what I want to get, and I try to leave as much as I can, because there are some people waiting outside, right? So if nobody's waiting, if the grocery store's not busy, but that's okay. If you go weekends, why are you taking your time inside the store? Anyway, sorry, my story goes a little bit. So the thing is, okay, 15, 16 month, I go back to the cart guy, okay? So I starting to have a good, happy relationship with the guy. He's starting to smile at me. He's just starting to talk to me, right? And then after 15, 16 months, last week, he came, I was at the parking lot. I put all the groceries in the car. He's just oh, I'm gonna grab your card. He was smiling. And he told me, thank you so much. And then you being always, you know what, I really appreciate it. You are always pleasant. You are always happy. You know what, it means me a lot. And that makes me really happy. And then he just says, thank you so much. I didn't give him anything, right? Not stuff. But he said, thank you so much for very kind to me. And then like I just said, wow, that was a really nice way to hear that. I felt like I got like big reward by him, right? That I think because I started selfishly, right? Because I wanted to be a driver in my own life. I wanted to stay happy. That's why I shouldn't say that I use the people, but you know what? Everybody's teacher. So how does I say, shouldn't use, but I just like kind of like, okay, he can be my teacher, right? I will learn how to be a driver of my life through him or through the people grocery shopping. And then he's saying thank you to me, and he was so happy, and he's starting to share his own stories, life a little bit. And that was very positive. He said, I used to be 245 pounds. I wasn't quite happy. But now this job helps me to lose weight, right? And then, so now I am on the way to have a healthier life. I'm going to cook healthy. I'm going to have a happier life. I was just standing like that, wow, I didn't think it was coming. And then I was just listening. I was hearing the most beautiful story I can hear that week, right? Because I used to think, or so many people probably still think he is one of the negative, unhappy person. But for me, that changed my perspective to him. I just see a beautiful person in front of me. So anyway, that's my stories. So I hope my little things to be your own driver, right? To be a driver in your own life, I don't think it's hard. And once you know how to drive your own life, means mentally strong, you can enjoy your journey to be a mentally strong, right? So I started from grocery store because lots of negative people, right? If I go to the place, how to be resistance or some circumstances help you become stronger, right? If you are only be in the happy, good people, it's very hard to grow, right? So that's about it. If you only eat ice cream, happy ice cream, it's hard to lose weight. You're gonna become ice cream, one of those things. I don't know. I hope my analogy was okay. But anyway, if you wanna be, if you wanna have muscle, of course, right, Taran, you have to do the hard training. That really help you grow your muscle, right? So yeah, if you wanna be happy, if you wanna be mentally strong, challenge it. But do not challenge big. I always told you 1%. 1% always help. So just go there today, tomorrow, go grocery shopping. All right, your 1% action. Maybe say thank you to the people working there. Or maybe you're already that kind of person. Or you find the most negative, unhappy person. And you just go there, just hi, how is your day going? Ask, right? And it's up to them. They maybe react, they ignore, they just kind of look, oh my gosh, where'd she come from? But you know what? At least you're taking action. That's a small action I suggest, right? So you can do anyway. You can do it. Maybe you can start with your family. Doesn't matter, whoever's around you, because we grow, right? Not glow. We grow through the people, with people, right? So that's how we can do it. It doesn't cost much money, and like Tessa Marie and I, we always do it to self-care. We like to offer, or I like to, I'm sure she's the same way, I like to offer something you can do right away. Otherwise, we will not do it, right? So anyway, I hope that help. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, there's still 6 people staying in my life. Thank you so much. So every Friday, and if you have a story to share, I think I should start putting a story before my life. 5 minutes or less, right? Share your story because your story will help somebody, right? Your story will encourage somebody. All right? Do not just keep it, right? If it's working, that's my way, the grocery shopping experience to become happier person, to be mentally strong, right? You never know. These stories will helping so many people too, actually. So you never know what kind of stories you experience help you somebody else. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you guys, Tessa Marie's what is it, financially independent friends and family. Will see you at 7 at the graduation. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great weekend. All right. See you later.